Sometimes the hardest thing to lose is not a person, but the version of yourself that once felt enough. Cansu began to notice this in small ways: a quiet room, an unfinished thought, a moment when she caught her own reflection and wondered when she had become so careful with herself. She had learned to smile through things, but deep down, she was still asking a simple question. Was she really worth choosing, even when nobody was watching? She did not find an answer that day. Instead, she started paying attention to the little things she usually ignored: the warmth of morning light, a kind word, the comfort of being alone without feeling lonely. Slowly, she understood that healing does not always arrive like a great change. Sometimes it sits beside you quietly until you are ready to notice it. But if Cansu was finally learning to be gentle with herself, what would happen when life asked her to be brave again? Life can change direction without making a sound. One ordinary morning, Cansu realized that courage was not always about taking a giant step forward. Sometimes it was simply saying what she felt, forgiving herself for what she could not change, or refusing to shrink just to make someone else comfortable. She still had doubts, but they no longer controlled every decision. There was something new inside her, a quiet strength that did not need to prove itself. And strangely, the more she accepted herself, the more kindness she noticed around her. A stranger's smile, someone remembering a small detail, the peace that came from helping without expecting anything back. Cansu began to see that people often carry invisible stories, and a little kindness can reach places we cannot see. Yet one question remained in her heart. If she had finally learned to forgive the past, could she truly stop living inside it? Perhaps peace is not something we finally find. Perhaps it is something we begin to recognize. Cansu discovered this slowly, in ordinary evenings, quiet conversations, and moments when nothing special happened at all. She no longer needed every part of her life to make sense. Some wounds had become softer. Some unanswered questions had lost their power. And for the first time, she understood that her worth had never depended on being perfect. Looking back, she realized the journey had never been about becoming someone new. It was about returning to the person she had been before fear taught her to doubt herself. Hope was there. Purpose was there. Even forgiveness had been there, waiting quietly. Cansu simply had to stop searching so far away to see it. And maybe that is what life asks of all of us. Not to have every answer, but to notice the small light already beside us, and finally allow ourselves to call it enough.